alive that hasn't been a victim of being lied to. We're all
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Cowboys. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down and 6 now. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hey, 47!
Prescott to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Kill!
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run wasn't a big break playmaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Prescott.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. ETN up the middle. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here is 3rd and 5. Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw through the middle of the field and all the way up to the 35-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Here we go.
Another tote for ETN. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a give here to Pollard. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Prescott.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Prescott now. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devon Hamilton busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Going to 53.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he is caught. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Lawrence will throw. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
A give to Etienne running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He gets away from one. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 53 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Now Pollard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run. Here's Pollard.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 3. Out of the gun to give to Pollard.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
A hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They'll run with Pollard. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown!
Jake Ferguson
from 13 yards out.
And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Hey, run!
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
77 yards now for ETN, and he's got a 1st down.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing, stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
On 1st down, right back to ETN.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Go, let's go.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Take wide open.
At the 47-yard line.
11, Agate. 11.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
1st down, Jaguars.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And they'll go again with ETN.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Right back to him on 1st down.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
This is 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with ETN.
And he'll be
second down and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. With 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Quick throw complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
17. Cowboys 13.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide in.
Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away.